Hi guys, it's been about 2 weeks, like I said, since my last review. Welcome. We're going to be talking about the technically 2020 film The Little Things today. I guess I'll just start with a little synopsis. Little Things is about Jim Deacon, who is a county police officer in California. He's played by Denzel Washington. He is sent to LA to pick up some evidence for something that's going on in their county. Right? And while he's there, he hears about the fact that they're trying to find a serial killer. Now, he has a secret. We don't know what it is, but he has a nose for this type of thing. We don't necessarily know why he's in the sheriff's department in a different county and he's not on the LAPD anymore, but he's here now. And getting his evidence that he needs is going to take about 24 hours. In that time period, another body is found. In jumps in Jim Baxter, played by Rami Malek. He is a hotshot new young detective who's on this case. He is determined to find a suspect and close it, basically, right? He's new to this, but he's heard of Joe Deacon before, so he runs into him and decides, hey, do you want to come with me to this crime scene? Which, okay, not end of synopsis, but like, does that even really happen? Just a random man that you've heard of, and you're like, look, there's a dead body, you want to come? Anyway, back to the story. They go and he starts finding clues, and then before you know it, Joe Deacon decides, I'm gonna be down here longer than I need to be. Screw my sheriff's county department, and I'm gonna be down here trying to help you solve this murder, because I was once like you too. And then, and jumps in Albert Sparma, who is the prime suspect, who is played by Jared Leto, who's doing his usual weird shit. And yeah, basically it's a did he, didn't he, is he not, what's going on, mystery thriller movie. I don't know, I think that's a decent summary, because my wife watched it and she was on her phone almost the whole time, and then 20 minutes of the film is left. She finally puts down her phone and then asks me what's going on and kind of tells me what she thinks is going on, and I went, yeah, you're right, you didn't miss much at all. The problem with this movie is the editing, the pacing, and the fact that it was written in the early 90s, when true crime films weren't really, like, a thing yet. We had just had Silence of the Lambs, I think, by the time this movie was written, if I read that correctly on the trivia. But Silence of the Lambs was written off of a book. It was based off a book, so this one's not. Okay? This movie should have been released in the 90s. It has no place being released in 2021. If you saw this in theaters, I am so sorry. I saw this on HBO Max because I am a fancy bitch who has almost every streaming service, and I am dedicated to watching every one of the WB releases that come out of this deal. I was looking forward to this. I love true crime. I love a good serial killer mystery. Ultimately, this movie falters because it has horrible pacing, wonky storylines. The acting isn't great. I think the best one's probably Jared Leto, and it hurts me to say that, because he's but, yeah, it's just, it's a mess. It's a hot mess. The editing's terrible. The pacing's terrible. Some of the shots they chose. Why? And as I said, it was written in the 90s, and guess what? They didn't go through it again to rewrite it, to make it seem, like, it's set in the 90s. It's set in 1991, 2-ish. But they didn't, like, go back and be like, maybe we should change some of this, because other movies that are almost the same movie have come out since this was written, and we should, change it a little bit or spruce it up a little bit. No. They just took it and they're like, oh, this will be fine. Yeah, it's not the best. It's 2 hours-ish, 2 hours, 5 minutes-ish, without the credits. It's very slow, and I don't mind a good slow movie, especially if it's a crime movie like this, but there comes a point when you're watching it and you're like, Seven called, and they said, you look too much like us. It should have been made in the 90s. If this was made in the 90s, people would fucking love it. It's 2021, and we know better, and there's better true crime movies out there. Hell, we could watch a documentary better than this about a real crime. So yeah, The Little Things is on HBO Max until February 26th. You don't have a lot of time. It's in theaters now, and I'm sure it will go back to HBO in the next 3-ish months. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. That's very hesitant. It's a very low 2 out of 5. I was gonna give it a 1.5, but it had some interesting qualities to it. It had a lot of moments where you're like, oh, finally we're getting somewhere that it's gonna be good, and then it's not. But if you're into that, if you want to watch it for the actors, which is the only, or you like true crime, I guess try it out. So yeah, that's the Little Things from Warner Brothers. Hi to any new subscribers. I saw some of your comments. I don't know how this was recommended to you, my last review, but thanks for watching and I guess enjoying it. Yeah. Again, check out me on Letterboxed. I'm going to say that every video. My link is down below with my username. Subscribe, comment what you would like to see me review, because I don't have any movies really lined up that are newer. So what do you want me to review? Tell me in the comments below. I will do almost every movie, like any of it, if I haven't already done it before. I think the next movie I'm going to watch, I don't know when I'm going to get to it, is Malcolm and Marie with Zendaya. So if you have anything else, though, that you want me to review, let me know down below in the comments, please. For now, though, probably another 2-ish weeks before you get another review, guys. See ya.